mismatch offense. And if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Slippery slide, finding his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. So Ole Miss offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. To the air, it's Silver. Fires complete on the crosser. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Makes the grab.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
With myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
The Rebels are marching down the field. Off the RPO, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. He's got the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those 1st downs. Get those big chunks.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays.
Turning it on! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Quarterback extends the play. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Quick release on the RPO. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You keep this drive alive.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The Vols didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he'll finish the ride at the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Louisville. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Grabbed over the middle. It's Udo. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw it Silver. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. The Rebels will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. Oh, and after the big gain, loose. Defense swarming on that loose. It'll be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the Vols just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Under fire. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the run, still looking. Quarterback got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself. Do you, David?
Oh, he's got some space. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Silver. Snagged out of the air. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
They go to the ground. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Moving out of the pocket. QB got it himself. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
They'll run the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. Finds a man in the middle. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown ball! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Silver. Working that left side now. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Prime. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
On the double.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
In blue.
Quick handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. working the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Now on the move. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It is perfect.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throwing on the run. And this... Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Scrambling away. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. And a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
It's complete to the left.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before... Touchdown, Volunteer! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Hands it off on the counter. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He's close to the first down, and they're going to mark him just a little short.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The Rebels come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. They boot it away. He'll field the punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they...
Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
I got to be honest, I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
And the Volunteers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, this one's over.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between them.
Turning it on. Still on his feet. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. Quick release by the QB.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. At the 40, there he goes. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Silver. Throws toward the end zone. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels. Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here is the Tennessee offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. On the ground, it's Riggs. Got the first down and more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Turns it on in midfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
It'll be third and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Makes the catch. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown ball!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
13.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Silver. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. And this quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Gives it on the option. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Rebels look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the first down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10.
2-9 Philly.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. They're working that left side. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Come on, set.
On the option. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the wideout. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Not finding any running room. And I think that loss is going to get back what they gained on the previous play, and now it's 3rd down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. He's got it on the move. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Smashes it between the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Wide open downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Riggs. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Volunteer! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. He'll work his way down to the 28. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
And he's brought down after a nice game. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Vols will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. Steps away to find some room. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
16. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So here is the Tennessee offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional ground. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's picked off. You don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And he's going to go down as time has run out. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask